Hey y'all, Biohack here. One of the things I like to do whenever the Cursed City opens up is go through all the different stages and make a plan for all the champions I might need to complete all the different content and start essentially leveling up those champions. That's a really, really useful thing to do because it's helps you double dip with things like this champion training event that we have going on right now. I need to level up a bunch of stuff to try and pick up these fragments in this legendary book. So I might as well you do it on the champions that I'm going to need for City of Sintranos. And a lot of times, if you want to be really efficient, you'll maybe take a champion up to 40 in the first one and then rank them up from 40 to 50, put some brews in them. And then when there's no champ training event going on, take them all the way up to, or sorry, I say 40. I meant four star 40 to 5-star, put some brews in them. And then you take them up to 50 when the event isn't on. And then the next time around, you'll take them up to 60 and then you'll get some brews that way and that kind of thing. And that allows you to basically be maximally efficient with your champ training points while leveling up all the champions that you need for Cursed City. So, what we need to do then is sort of go through all the stages and figure out what champions that we might actually be interested in building. So, I figured I might as well do this on the recording so that you guys can maybe get some insight for the strategies that I use and get some ideas about which champions might be useful. Now, I'm not going to go through all of the earlier stages. I'm pretty much just going to start with Soul Cross because I never have any trouble clearing this. I mean, I'm already cleared up to the boss. I've used all my keys. Haven't gotten stuck yet. Although I think we might have a stage that's going to require some champion leveling. So we'll go ahead and jump into that. First things first, how are we going to deal with the Iron Twins here? Honestly, I'm not super worried about this. Iron Twins isn't too bad. I've got they let you use a lot of stuff here. So it's attack and support. So we'll probably use Wither the Crown would be a good one. I'll probably use, let's see. I'm thinking we go Wither. Tagore is going to be great for this. If you guys don't know about Tagore, he's an epic. He brings you a revive. All dead allies. He brings you increased speed with shield, and his passive heals allies with, a passive decreases damage on allies with low HP, and then he puts up increased defense. Great champion. He'll be perfect for our reviver. Let's see, who else might we want to bring in here? Hofaris could be another reviver that could be useful. I'll just use Tagore because I already have him built, but he could be a good one. Great Hoof, she brings you some block debuffs is kind of nice for this fight. You could go for the decreased resistance as well if you have debuffs you want to land. Especially if you pair it with something like Razzlevarg. You get Razzlevarg, you get decreased defense, and now you'll be able to land a lot of your stuff. I'm trying to see. I don't really have anyone with Brimstone right now. I'll have to just play this fight and see how it goes. I'm not super worried about leveling up champions for this. I've got a decent bit of things that we can use, though, and then I think I'll try it, and if we get stuck, we get stuck, and we'll figure it out from there. Okay, stage 6. I know this one's going to be a little tricky because it's spirit, only defense, and support of, a fairly limited faction pool. That being said, you've got a lot of revivers in this faction, so I think Kinagashi is going to be great for this. Well, actually, I mean, she's probably not the best one you could bring in for this specific stage, but she's useful in a bunch of other stuff as well. So definitely a champion worth having leveled up. I have a Lady Aerith that I pulled a while back, so I'm gonna use her just for healing. She's not that good of a champion, to be honest, especially without books, since her A1 is kind of lame. But she'll help. Other things, I'm like really missing damage in this fight, so I'll probably take Brennan the Silken up as well for another support, mainly for her increased speed, which is kind of nice. Probably book her up during this champ training as well. Champions that I think might be useful for damage dealers is Tarshan has this AoE attack that places weaken on all the enemies, so that could be pretty nice to bring in. He also brings an increased defense, which is going to help increase his damage. This is a defense-based stage, so your damage dealers are going to be defense-based champions, so that could be nice. Got the strengthen, that kind of stuff. Provoke. He'll be a decent champion. And then I think the other one I'm thinking about is Masamoto. Again, brings increased defense, and turn meter fill brings an AoE attack, which decreases attack, and then has the A1. So I'm thinking about leveling up these two guys for my my damage dealers, and then using maybe these other 3 supports, and just we'll get through it slowly as long as we can, chug along. So yeah, I'm gonna have to level up a lot of stuff for that, unfortunately, which is a little annoying because it means I'm probably gonna get stuck here for a few days and not be able to take advantage of the free regearing event to push through. But we'll see how that goes. Okay, so stage 7. Honestly, this one seems like it's gonna be pretty easy. We have Gorgorab, we have Tayrell, we have Archmage Helmet, Royal Guard, Apothecary. I don't think I need to level anything up for this. I think we'll be able to get through it just fine with the champions that we have. Stage 8 is going to be an interesting one. I'm thinking we can just use these guys right here that we have. So Jamarsa will bring Revive. She brings that passive that resets healing or resets abilities. She also has some healing. Rion the Conjurer has Buff Strip, Weaken, and Revive. Alsgor has block damage, healing. Mordecai has HP burn, and Baroth the Bloodsoaked is sort of a damage dealer. I built him up for stage 21 last time, and yeah, he can. I think, was it stage 21? No, maybe something else. Anyway, he can slap pretty hard. He brings the decreased defense, and that can help you get the damage in. So this is going to be a support heavy stage, but I think we'll be fine. We've got revivers, healing, HP burn, and a little bit of damage. So I think stage 8 will be pretty much fine for me. Sand Devil is going to be a little bit interesting. We have a lot of different stuff here. We could probably do some sort of Emic Trunk Heart Cheese with... can we bring in reset champions? Like Painkeeper or anything? No Painkeeper. Yeah, so we'll have to see. We can maybe bring in that. We also have access to Sky Touch Shaman, so we can play it on manual. Just put up the block revive, or not the block revive, the revive on death right before he does his big nuke. And I think we can get through it. We have Dreng to deal damage. It is the wrong affinity, but he should be fine. Yeah, I think between Alsgor, Dreng, Emic, Oella, honestly, I think this won't be too bad. Just have to play it on manual. Okay, so we got that one. Stage 16, let's check this out. Okay, so options here are a little more limited. We've got Void. There's no limitations on types of champions. I think what we probably run here is just heavy focus on support with a few nukers. So we could run Gembo or Oboro or Gala. But Riho puts a shield up, right? Oh no, she heals. Does anyone do shielding? No. So Riho will obviously be a kind of a hyper carry. Tormund can just keep CCing them constantly. Same thing with Umbral. So I think we just can keep them locked down most of the time. And if anyone does take some damage, heal them with Riho, and then just burst them down with Gala and Gembo or something else. I think that should be okay. This stage should be pretty easy. We got lots of legendaries awakened. I think it's the same for over here. Yeah, it shouldn't be a problem. Okay, so we went... Did we skip these ones? No, we did. Did we do S10? I don't think we've done S10. Okay, so we've got Sulfurion. We've got Blood Gorged. Honestly, this seems easy. We got Broadmaw for Revive. If we didn't have Sulfurion, yeah, this stage is not going to be a problem. The boss is going to be a little bit tricky here because it's only Spirit. So Vergamkar, Previous Fusion, will be really nice to buff strip off the Spiderlings, the counterattack of the Spiderlings. That'll be really nice. He also brings the decreased defense and heal reduction, which can be kind of nice. The boss heals itself when the Spiderlings counterattack, so that heal reduction could be really useful. So I think Vergamkar will be a great champion here. We're really missing a lot of healing. He does bring some shielding. You could maybe consider Spirit House if you want to use the cleanse to get rid of the poisons if you don't have Vergamkar or something else. Yannicka is probably pretty decent. She puts the AoE leech on the enemies. I think I have her built right now as a damage dealer with enough accuracy to land this. So, yeah, that would be nice to get a little bit of healing on the nukers. We've got Royal Huntsman. Good damage. He could maybe be useful. Crimson Helm could potentially be useful with the Revive on Death if we time this right so that it, pops up right when the champion would otherwise die, because that is going to be tricky. Oh, Vogoth. Vogoth actually is going to be really nice. We'll definitely want to bring him in. A lot of the damage is poison, which is not going to not going to trigger his passive, but still, I think this could be pretty helpful. He does bring out the leech as well, so that's kind of nice. Yeah, Vogoth is going to be a great champion for this, so we'll have to definitely level him up. Anyone else in here that's interesting? I don't think there's anyone I really. Vergis, I guess, maybe could be useful if you want to like try and solo, like use some sort of solo strat. Could be tanky. Harvest Jack could also be useful to decrease the counterattack on the spiderlings because they'll decrease the duration when they hit them. So that could be interesting. I think this stage will be doable. I think it'll be a little tricky, but I think it'll be doable. Okay, so we've got this whole block done. I didn't go over this block. I'm mostly concerned. Well, this stage I might actually be able to finish everything, but yeah, I'm mostly concerned with doing the harder stages. Those are the ones I'll get stuck on. I'm just looking at this. Yeah, I think this won't be a problem. Might need to level some stuff up for this. Maybe level up Cleopteryx. I don't know. Man, I have 3 Ruels. That's crazy. Okay, yeah, so we won't worry about that. We've got this whole block. This one is going to be a little interesting. Again, Vergamcar can be useful here. I think the strategy probably for this is just use the tanky like supports, the Vergamcar, the Steel Skull, maybe even the Loriaka, and then Wukong, and just have Wukong come in and keep dealing damage, and the rest of the people just need to survive. Let's see. We could bring in Varl. Heals his champion. Varl could be interesting. I don't know. Yeah, I might wait. I think I can probably get through this one without Varl, but we could maybe bring him in. Quargon the Crown brings increased defense, right? No, he doesn't. Oh, that's right. He brings that either increased defense or increased attack. Yeah, I don't know. Okay. We'll deal with that. I don't think it'll be too bad. S14, this isn't necessarily a blocker stage, but if you can't get through S20, you can get through S14 instead. So let's look at this. Caden will be amazing for this. He's our reviver. Just make him tanky, put him in regen, keep him alive. Might even be worth using like double Caden. I think I have a couple of them. Yeah, I've got another one here. Could do that. Foley could be pretty decent as a damage dealer against the Torments and stuff. Duke the Pierced for decrease attack, decrease crit, or not, decrease defense rather. He deals decent damage as well, and he brings a provoke, so he could be pretty good. Dark Kale is pretty good. Gwyneth, this is a Doom Tower champion. She could be pretty good. She has an AoE on her A1 that doesn't trigger counterattacks. Not that I think this is relevant, but that could be nice in a stun set. Let's see, what else does she have? She places a weaken, heals this champion based on the damage inflicted, then heals all allies, and then he surplus heals. So she could be like a damage dealer stroke healer. Transfers debuffs, which could be kind of interesting. Yeah. Okay. I think Caden will be the big hyper carry for this, but I think we can make that work. All right, S20. Let's see. I think we can run Drang is, a hyper carry and like a regen set. Same thing with Blizzard. Honestly, I would bet, I wouldn't be shocked if these two can actually solo this because they're so tanky. That Blizzard is bringing in all the CC and everything, and Drang is bringing the HP burn and the HP equalize and that kind of thing. So yeah, I think maybe just bring in Colt Brawler. We could bring in Hoskrol. He brings some stuns, right? Attacks all enemies, 50% chance to place the stun. Yeah, Hoskrol could be interesting as well. Grush the Mangler could be interesting. I don't really think... Well, Guardian could be interesting to deal with Necret because he decreases buff duration when he A1s, but I don't know. He's actually a really interesting champion for Night Revenant's Faction Wars because of this. Because there's the excuse me, because of the Valkyrie wave. Okay, so I think we can probably get through that. I'm not worried about that. How about this? This is gonna be a little tricky. There's like no freeze in here, is there? We do have some good A1 champions. So we've got a 4-hitter on Foley. We've got a 3-hitter on Lord Shazar. We could also bring in something like Wither. And well, we could do something with Vizier has a 3-hitter. He also brings he bring decreased speed? No, decreased attack, but he brings the 100% heal reduction, which will be really nice because the boss will be probably taking turns. Might have to change the blessing on Wither over into like Miracle Heal just to get through this if we don't have any other options, but could also consider something like Countess Lix for the decreased speed on the boss. Be pretty nice. She has a 2-hitter on her A1 and her A3 or A2 is a 3-hitter. She also has some ability resets. So that could be interesting. Or do we have any revivers? Oh, we have Tagore again for the reviver. So actually he might be, or no, that's Siege Hulk. Can we bring Tagore in? We have Rion. Rion could work as a reviver. You might not need a reviver if you can just keep your team alive regularly. That might be the superior option, but potentially could use Rion. Cool. Well, we have a lot of options there. I think we'll be able to figure something out. All right, what's next? S18. It's gonna be an interesting one. Probably should level Black Knight because he's gonna bring some healing on the team, increased defense. Timid will be amazing for this because he brings you CC, self-healing, he's tanky, and his crowd control is really good. So I think Timid will be a hyper carry for this. We can get some stuns from Husk. We can get decreased defense from Dythy. Duodan actually could be pretty nice as well for the taunt, just to help keep everyone topped up, keep the enemies hitting him instead of other things. He gives you the shield on this as well. So I think Duodan would be great. I think Timid will be great. I think we can probably get through that, but I should probably level up Duodan to 6-star. That was S18, right? We could jump over here to the boss. So we got Tagore. Increase speed, revive. That'll be great. Let's see. We need things to break the Fire Knight shield. Does the Brogni Reflect break the shield? The Brogni Reflect might break the shield. Who else in here could be interesting? There's really... Is this a regular Fire Knight or is this Fire Knight? Is this hard mode or regular mode? I'm not 100% sure. I've never actually been able to kill this boss in the first 2 rotations because I got stuck on the stage 21 and whatnot. We don't have a lot of like multi-hitting champions. Maybe Apothecary. I'm not seeing anyone here that's getting me really excited. I guess Royal Guard can bring in some damage and the decreased speed, so that could be kind of nice. Let's see. I really need to know if the Brogni Reflect breaks the shield on the boss, because if that works, and that would be really helpful. Anyone else in here? No one that's bringing a lot of multi-hitters. That's a double hit. Okay. I mean, Trenda has a double hit. So does Tyrell, for that matter. Yeah, I think... I don't know. I think because it's a dual boss, usually the stats are pretty low on this. I think we could probably just get through it with something like this. And once we get the slow from the Royal Guard on the boss, there's nothing that screams you need to level up something new for this right now. No, like creatine or something. Okay, cool. So yeah, we'll have to figure that one out, but we'll deal with that later. Let's see. S21. Again, we've got Sulfurion, Tormin. Yeah, this will be easy. Broadmaw could be great if you don't have Sulfurion. I don't think that'll be a problem. S19, this is one of the hardest ways with the Taurus and Marichka and everything. Again, Caden can be a huge carry for this. Gwyneth, again, could be help with stun sets on the A1. The AoE. Dark Kale could be good. Yeah, this might be tough, but Caden, I think, will be really helpful for the revive. Tyrell for the decreased defense and the stun. Yeah, okay. I think we can get through that. This, it's the same stuff. Like, I don't really think this will be a problem. Let's see, do I have enough blessings? Yeah. Let's do that and then that. Cool. All right. So we've got one more stage, and then we've got the boss. We've got the double boss here. So I'll use Kaja. I'll use. We could probably do something like this. Is that the right nuker? Yeah. So we'll go Kaja into High Katoon into Giscard the Sigiled to provoke. It's not a 100% chance, but it doesn't take energy or anything, so we can just run it until it lands on everything. And then we nuke with Jetney and Yannicka. And then we've got a Brimstone on Yannicka, so that'll help us deal damage. Yeah, I think we can just run something like this. There's not a lot of healing on this team, but Yannicka will put the leech out on the enemies, so that will help keep Jetney alive because she deals damage. I think, well, actually, High Katoon probably has War Master, so that might help. Giscard might not stay alive, but Kaja has the A1 to heal herself, and she can just keep reviving the team. So I think something like this could be fine. Cool. All right, so let's take a look at Amius. Kaja. I think Quintus might be amazing for this boss. If he gets buffs on himself, every one of Quintus's attacks will trigger the passive and deal max HP hits. That might be amazing. Plus, he could also buff strip and decrease the defense of the boss. So if the boss gets increased attack or anything, run this. There's not a lot of block healing, but we might not need block healing, honestly. Or heal reduction, I guess. That's what it's called. Let me look. Oh, we could use Manaya. Yeah, Manaya would work. I have to build her to do it. 75% chance of placing 100% heal reduction. Cool. Yeah, I think we could just do this. We can use Quintus as our buff strip when the boss steals the increased attack. And then we could bring Awella for healing. Do we have cleanse? Oh, Kaja's cleanse. Yeah, Kaja can cleanse. We could also bring in Lord Chamfort for the decreased attack as well. Yeah. The one potential... Oh, you know what? Can we use Emic to taunt the boss's A1 so that it doesn't kill Quintus? That might work too. Something like this. Yeah, honestly, this boss feels like it's going to be pretty easy. We have so much. We have Wither as an amazing healer as well. We have Artak. Everybody's going to have Artak. You put the 5-star Brimstone on him and you'll wreck him with that. Oh, man. Ursula, the Mourner's in here. Who do we have for cleanse? Tagore. We have lots of good supports. Cleanse. Oh, I could even use Raglan. Raglan has a cleanse too, right? Oh, man. I mean, like, Raglan would probably be amazing in here, but I feel like, do I really want to level Raglan just for this? Especially since I don't want to book her. But yeah, this is gonna be easy. I think maybe I'll eat those words, but I feel like we have so many good champions. Honestly, it's gonna be fun. I'm gonna have to do a video just showing Quintus off because I always like an excuse to talk about how cool Quintus is. I think he'll be really good for this fight. With the guaranteed defense and the buff strip. And then I don't know, there might even be a way to let the boss get buffs just so that we can nonstop proc the Quintus passive. That could be fun. What buffs would we give him? I don't know. I have to think about it. All right, cool. Well, I think that'll be pretty easy. So I think champions that I've listed that I want to level up. I want to level up Tarshan. I want to level up Masamoto. I want to level up Renan the Shrike, Vogoth, Black Knight, Duodin, Gwyneth, and Giscard the Sigil. I think that's my list. Not too bad, actually. Much less than last time, but fortunately, a lot of champions that I would have had to level up, I've already leveled up for previous versions of this. So, honestly, if I had to guess, I think this looks like the easiest rotation of City of Sintranos so far, particularly these stages. Like, what was it? This stage? No, it was this stage. This is the one. Hold on, let me check real quick. Is this the one with yes. This stage is the worst content in all of Raid Shadow Legends. The person who designed this, especially in rotation 2, is a complete masochist. It's because the wave 1 is double Candra or double Mortu Macabre with the Duchess Lilitu, and all the champions that they let you use were Force Affinity champions, like Force Affinity supports in like Lizardmen and Night Revenant. And the best Force Affinity supports in Lizardmen and Night Revenant are things like Mighty Uko and Sinesha and all these champions with like AoE A1s against Mortu Macabre. It was absolutely insane. It was like I couldn't believe it. It was so bad. This is gonna. I feel like this one's gonna be really easy. Not easy, but I feel like this is gonna be way better because we can bring in things like Sulfurion, who can put out the HP burn that won't actually. Oh, we can just block passives with the Ramontu. Oh, thank God, dude. We can just block the passives of the Mortu Macabres, and then just lock down the Duchess with Tormin. Oh, this like I think honestly, this is I don't know. I don't know how far they plan this in advance, but after how bad the last stage was, like this actually makes this stage like reasonable. Like you can actually do this and it's not absolute hell like the last one was. Like you can't put in two Macabres and a Duchess and give us only champions with strong A1 AoE attacks that are the wrong affinity. Like, oh my God, dude. Yeah. Okay. So this will be a lot better. Yeah, this looks like the best rotation so far, or the easiest rotation so far. I haven't really seen anything that's going to be absolutely brutal. I mean, it's going to be hard, don't get me wrong, but nothing that feels like completely hopeless like this did last time, or nothing that feels like I'm going to have to spend 7 hours just relying on stun sets. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe I'll be totally wrong when I actually get to it, but I'm feeling much better about this rotation than any of the ones in the past. So, all right, that's going to be it for this video. I will see you in the next one. I hope you found this helpful. Cheers.